Hello, my name is James. I'm the host of the Teamworks podcast. This podcast is about the gaming world and beyond. So if you're a big gamer like myself and you just love anything to do with gaming, then you come to the right place. Every week we try and get a new guest onto the show to listen to their story, why they became a gamer, what first console they ever played on, and so on. The aim is to get noticed and get some of the big names on the show as well. So if you feel like you want to have a chat with us and come on the show, feel free to do so. And yeah, that is what the podcast is all about. And I hope you enjoy it, guys. This is Teamworks Podcast. A team that works together stays together.
Slow down! Wait for me! I know exactly where I'm going! Look, this is it! This is it! Are you gonna help me, Max? Chloe, stop! Look. Please, no. Oh, that smell. Rachel. Oh, Rachel, no, please not her. Chloe. Rachel, why? I'm sorry, Chloe. I'm so sorry. I loved her so much! How can she be dead? What kind of world does this? Who does this?
Hello everyone and welcome back to Teamworks. This is season 3 and we're on episode 11, and welcome back to my co-host Phill Newby. I had to say
hello,
Phill Newby.
Why not?
Anyway, so
yeah, not bad.
What works?
Teamworks.
A team that works together
Stays together.
Brilliant. We both remembered this time, guys, even though it was all silent in the first place.
Oh, only just.
Anyway, so the big thing we're talking about in this week's episode is Life is Strange. And before we get into the proper news, that's the new news that's come out, let's talk about the games a little bit, mate. So how did you come across the games originally?
So initially, I was a big gamer, so this is going a little bit further back, but I was a big gamer back in like PS2 era, and then never played the PS3, and didn't end up. I only got a PS4 like years down the line.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting into watching people gaming, especially because when I was really ill, there wasn't much I could do at the time. So I liked watching other people and feeling I was a part of something. And so because of that, I watched a lot of like YouTubers and streamers and stuff playing the game. and there was two very big ones at the time that I saw playing it, and I was like, this looks really cool, to be fair. And I mean, you know, I'm a big fan of photography. I ended up doing photography in college and university, so it was just kind of a link, do you know what I mean? And then the whole idea of sci-fi and time distortion, just the idea of being able to change your past, to change your future, like it really, really enticed me. And then the art style of it as well was just phenomenal. So yeah, it was primarily because of two YouTubers, but there we go.
It's amazing.
What about you?
Amazing way, like, and you know what? How I got to know the game is I did see some parts of like news about it and all that, but really it was down to you, because you said, "Have you tried this game out before, mate? It is absolutely amazing." And I went, "No." He said, "I think it was the first one. You had it on disc, didn't you?" So you said,
"Yeah, I went out and bought it. I went out and bought like the limited edition version with the music and the art book and everything."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I've completed it. Honestly, play it, mate. Trust me, you need to play it."
Yeah, and I thought it was amazing when you said it. I said that I'm open to play anything, and then you said, "Yeah, mate. Next time I see you, I'll lend it to you." So I started playing it, and I thought, "Wow, this is definitely my type of game, because it's a fantastic story. It was emotional. It was very emotional, and it was one of them games where you had to choose wisely, or the ending could be disasters." What ways did you go about that game? I mean, I was. It took me ages sometimes to actually answer the questions that it was answering me. You know.
Yeah. See, so part of the problem is like, you know, in real life, it's like you've got to make a split-second decision. No going back. That's it. You've made that decision. End of. Once you've said what you've said, it's done. But then in the game, it's like, well, I've said that. Let's just rewind time and see what happens if I say the exact opposite. And sometimes you'll do that, and you're like, maybe the first option was better, or you're like, oh, maybe the second option. So a lot of the time, I would respond how me as a person would actually respond.
Yeah.
Like, there was a couple of parts where I did really struggle, but then sometimes you read the, like, I'm going to say synopsis. It's like a very basic, you know, response, but then her full-on response is quite deep and sounds completely opposite to how you'd read it. And I was like, no, that's not what I was wanting at all. So then I'd go back and switch it. There was one where I literally just sat and looked at the screen for probably a good 10 minutes, just not wanting to answer, because I knew what I wanted to answer, because I've been on the other side of that situation, and I was like, I can't not. And it killed me, man.
Do you know what? I was the same. It was just, when I started playing the game, I was like, straight away, I just knew, oh God, this is going to be hard. What do I choose? And I have got to choose wisely, or things are going to happen that you don't want to. And I mean, I think she turned 18 and she discovered she had powers, if I can correct. It was 1850, wasn't
it? Believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm thinking now, it's been a while.
Just imagine though, you woke up on your 18th, and all of a sudden you found out you got these powers that you can rewind back time and fast forward. Incredible, that, isn't it? But at the same time, when you fast forward and rewind stuff so many times, there's definitely going to be something really bad that happens at the end of it, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, there's the whole thing about, you know, if you are able to mess with time, like, it can, you know, rip the whole space-time continuum thing apart. And obviously they did look into that in the game itself and decided, yes, we are going to go down that route of there's no there's every action has a equal and opposite reaction. There we go. No cause without effect. There we go. I am smart, I swear.
Well, you just look at me. I'm
Shut up.
Smart. Oh, actually, is he saying I'm smart there? No, but honestly, I absolutely loved the game, and the fact that you went around the school and you took photos, and she didn't get on with her stepdad, if that was correct. I think it was. Was it a stepdad?
No,
it wasn't.
that was Chloe's.
Chloe. Sorry, it's been a long time. I think that was Chloe's stepdad.
Twas, yeah.
Yeah. So I was getting a bit confused with it because Chloe did come in a little bit later. She wasn't
First episode,
but it was later. Episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You had to do so much with Max, and then Chloe came in, didn't she?
Yeah.
But Chloe to me was like what a friend that you would want. You know, you would like a friend like that. I mean, people may say we're like Lardy and Hardy, but you know.
Little and large.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
No, but do you know what though? Like, I mean, it's one of those games that the gameplay aspect of it. There's a lot of other games out there with much better gameplay in it. You know, more for you to actually do. There's multiple choice games that have a lot of other different outcomes, like more serious than this, but the storytelling in this alone was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
And I think that's something that worries me when it comes to when they do the series is whether they'll mess it up, because the storytelling is so good in it, and they really need to stick close to it, to be fair.
I do.
It does worry me.
I think they will do really good at it, to be fair, and we'll go on to the news about the TV show a little bit later in the show. But
okay,
we've been talking about the first game and how amazing it is, and do you know what? It was quite a long game as well when you think of it. I forgot how many chapters they were, but there was quite a lot of chapters, weren't they?
I think it was 6, if I'm not mistaken.
But there were long 6 chapters.
Oh yeah.
I think it went by chapters, but it like had episodes as well. That's correct. So
I think each episode was a chapter. Like they did do it episodically, but I do think it was 6 episodes. Let's have a look.
6 episodes.
But then each episode had multiple photo options.
Yeah.
Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode 5. Episode 5, I am wrong. There's 5 episodes.
Yeah, 5 episodes.
There you go.
Yeah. But absolutely amazing. And then, you know, we come out the first one and you were thinking, we wonder what's going to happen now, because if you've ended where you've saved Arcadia Bay, is it? Yeah, that's correct.
Arcadia Bay, yeah.
Arcadia Bay. Or you saved your best friend Chloe. Now, that to me was the hardest point of the game for me, because I was like, but it wasn't in a sense.
Yeah.
Because you want to save your best friend. But there's all them people, and you're thinking that'll be down to me and my powers if them people are just vanished. But I did choose Chloe for one reason only. You don't leave your best friend, do you?
No. I chose both because I wanted to see the outcomes. No. No, but in all honesty, it's very interesting because when it comes to this, there's like scientific and methodical thinkers who, using logic, would say, well, Chloe has to die because you look at every single episode in that game, and literally she is on the verge of death in practically every episode. You have to save her from countless deaths, and without you, she dies multiple times. So then it's like, the question is then, by that logic, is she doomed to die? Like, is that just in the cards for her? And then if you think about that, well, if I let Arcadia Bay die now and save Chloe, then if there were to be an episode 6, episode 7, whatever, how much further would it go? So to destroy Arcadia Bay, it then goes to destroying a state in America, then goes to destroying the the whole of America and then the world and so on and so forth. Like, how much further does it go?
Yeah.
Because she clearly has to die. But even like methodical thinkers couldn't just go, yeah, no, she has to die. It was so hard to just be like, yeah, but we've built a relationship with this character. She's such a great friend to the protagonist. How can we just like, bye? So the fact that the game made people who, you know, think like that question their own judgment is amazing.
It is amazing,
in my opinion.
And do you know what? I was the same with you. I was like, I wanted to see both outcomes and see what happened, but I didn't go back through it. And I think it will now that there's a remastered version. I haven't played the remastered version yet, but I think I might. As hard as it is saying I'm not going to save my friend this time, I am going to try and see what will happen if I save Arcadia Bay. But so you know, it's an amazing game, and there was a part where this girl was on top of a roof, and you had to save her. You had to make it was a hard decision, because anything you said could have invented her falling. Now, lucky enough, when I did it, I chose the right thing. But it was like, my heart was pounding, and I was thinking, oh, I really hope she doesn't. I hope I can save her. And that was just, that one alone was just emotional, wasn't it, mate?
It was, yeah. I mean, like, I've been not exactly in that situation with someone, but talking them off a metaphorical ledge, like in messages, and it's like, from that, I was like, oh, I know what I'd say to this person, and I played it as I would say it to them, and thankfully, she did survive. And it turns out the amount of people that couldn't manage to save her, and I'm like, well, it is a hard thing, but it's like, you've got to remember stuff that you've read, stuff that you've seen in the game. You know, you've got to actually take time and invest in looking around in the game to learn about each character, to then actually be able to respond properly. There are other ways where you can like just look it out and that, but yeah, it was really good. Do you know what though? Like, I think there's 3 main scenes in that which were really hard.
Yeah, they were.
That was one of them. The other is in the alternate future. That's still the worst one for me. And then obviously the ending.
Yeah, the same with me. And do you know what? I was weird enough, and people will probably think, why have you got tears over a game? If you haven't played Life is Strange before, guys, you really do, because it's one of them games that actually says what life is really about, and it's amazing, because you feel like you're there in one sense, don't you? It's just incredible. You get that moment and you think, wow, this is amazing. And then obviously the graphics were like, probably you would say close to, probably better than PS2 graphics. But I didn't mind that. Actually, no, they're probably far better than PS2 graphics. It was more like
Telltale game style. I'd say.
Style, yeah.
Yeah.
Say,
I'd say it's more of an art aesthetic than it is being able to run it. I think they could have gone a much higher quality, but they were like, no, we want this kind of artistic side to it. So I think they done it on purpose.
Yeah, I think they did that. But absolutely amazing. And then we thought, are we ever going to see Max again? Because when it ended, obviously I didn't end it with saving Arcadia Bay, but I saved Chloe instead, and it just showed them going off and living a happy life, basically. But we didn't get to see Max after that, and we thought, oh no, Max is one of them characters that you want to see all the time. But then we had Life is Strange Before the Storm that came out afterwards. What was your point on that? Point of view on that game, mate?
So I'll be honest. After the first game, I did feel a bit of a dip in the games. Like for me, the first game is the pinnacle, of the Life is Strange series, and I don't think they could top it or even match it again because just as a standalone game, it's phenomenal. But unfortunately, it did at the time have such a cult following that they were like, people want a sequel. And sometimes we don't know really what we want. Like, we might be fighting for a sequel, and in the end, it's like they ruined it by making one, but we begged for it. So it was a great game. It was really fun. The controls, the design, and everything was brilliant.
Yeah.
Storyline was phenomenal. It just didn't feel the same, but they tried really hard and they did really good.
Do you know what though? Yeah, it's like that with anything. If it's a movie and they've done one, for example, In Betweeners, when they came from the TV series, they went on to In Ibiza, movie into Ibiza. Then it went on to Australia, which I think the Australia one, it was good, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good. I thought the first movie that they did after the TV series was brilliant. So when you're talking about games and Life is Strange, Before the Storm was a good game, and it was nice to see a story behind Chloe. It was Chloe, wasn't it? Oh, Rachel. Sorry, Rachel.
Well, it was Chloe and Rachel in the sequel. I mean, you played as Chloe, but for most of it.
Yeah, and then you went into, I think it was into a club, and then that's when you met Rachel. And I thought Rachel was a good actor, and she was a good character. But you know what? Even though the first one was, you can't beat the first one, I did think that the sequel was actually really good.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Chloe before she met Max. It was nice to see that.
See, it's interesting you say before she met Max, because even before we started playing, even before the storm,
yeah,
she's known Max since she was a kid, but obviously that's prior to us even starting the game. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in relation to the first game, yeah, it is before she knew her in that one. Yeah. So it's prequel, isn't it? Yeah.
Prequel, that's it. Prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sequel.
Ow.
But honestly, it was a good game. But I do feel the way you felt. It had a slightly different feel to it because obviously Max wasn't there, and Max is what started Life is Strange. What a fantastic person that plays behind her, by the way. She is a brilliant actor. And then we had it was a demo, believe it or not. It was a demo, and it was called Captain
Spirit.
Captain Spirit, yes. And it was only a demo, guys. So basically you played, I think it was 1 or 2 episodes. I think it was. It wasn't that long. It wasn't long. And the reason why they called it a demo, because it was so short. It was basically a one before Life is Strange 2. Now, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? They've gone back Before the Storm, and then they've gone on to Captain Spirit, which I thought was actually a decent game, even though it was short. And then it was introducing Life is Strange 2, which was about 2 brothers.
Yeah, see, so obviously I played the first one, played Before the Storm, and then they brought out Captain Spirit, which we said we were going to leave off playing until they brought out the second game, because we'd heard a lot of there's spoilers for the game. You shouldn't play it until you started playing the game. So we avoided it at the time. But since then, I have only started Life is Strange 2. I've not completed it. So I'm up to the point where you need to play Captain Spirit to be able to carry on with the game. that is something to know. You do have to play Captain Spirit to be able to play the full game of Life is Strange 2.
Yeah, you know what? That's how good it was. You know, the fact that you had to play Captain Spirit, which made sense of them just putting a short game out of him, so then you get to know what Captain Spirit was all about. What's your point about? What's your point of view about Life is Strange 2 so far? I mean, I've played it, I've completed it like a while back, but you've just started it, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, so I think I'm on the second chapter in it, and it's really interesting me so far. It's a bit annoying when you see just how much someone's life can change from one basic thing that may or may not even be their fault, and just how far it can lead you. So it's again, it's the storylines behind them are phenomenal. Like the storylines behind Life is Strange, it's you know, it's like on par, if not further ahead of like movie quality, in my opinion. So I think they've done really well with the storylines.
They definitely have. And do you know what? Did you? I don't know whether you got the feeling yet, but I had the feeling that in Life is Strange 2, we were going to see Max again. I've had the feeling from the start that we're going to see it, because apparently they were in the same like universe as Max was. So and they've got slightly the same powers.
See, because I remember we've spoke about this before, me and you, about before we played it, and it was like, oh, I reckon it's going to be like a whole multiverse a whole universe of like kids with powers sort of thing, and they're then all going to find each other to try and help each other and survive, and they're then all going to be needed for something. And we just saw this big, massive storyline coming. Which at the minute hasn't come, and whether it does or not, I don't know. But I'm quite happy with it so far. But at the minute now, I don't think we're going to see Max. I don't think I'm going to see Max in Life is Strange 2. I think because she's in the newer one that's come out now.
Yeah, which we'll go into that after we've. Yeah, there's actually we got Life is Strange 2. We're speaking about now, and then there was Life is Strange. True Colours. On afterwards. So we're carrying on talking about Life is Strange 2. It was two brothers. His younger brother discovered he had powers that he couldn't control, and then he ended up killing a cop, which wasn't his fault, by the way. Something happened. They don't know why it happened, and they had to make a run then, because everyone were after them after that. So I think that came in episode 1 and episode 2, didn't it, where they went on the run?
Yeah.
What do you think about it at the moment? You know, they've gone on a run now because they need to get away. Do you think? I mean, I played it, but I'm not going to tell you how it happens. But what do you think's going to happen?
See, I really don't know, because I honestly haven't played it. I mean, I've not looked up anything or watched anything because I don't want to. But I think they are going to kind of like go and learn how to use his powers, how to control it, and then I don't know, they'll find a relative who they can stay with, or just they'll go and live on their own sort of thing and fend for themselves. I would kind of like it if he got cleared for like whether there was proof, but I don't think it will happen, because a lot of the time, well, no, I won't say that, but some of the times it doesn't come to light what actually happened for people, does it? So I do think, again, that's very based on the reality behind the storyline that they focused on.
Yeah, so definitely. And obviously you're not playing it all, so we won't put any spoilers in there or anything. But what I will say is I really enjoyed the storyline of Life is Strange 2. I thought it was absolutely amazing. It was it was nice to see that it wasn't. It was based on 2 characters this time, and 2 brothers, which I thought was amazing, because we've in the Life is Strange universe up to then we didn't have 2 brothers, a story on the 2 brothers, which was amazing. So I really enjoyed it. I think you will enjoy it, and I think you'll enjoy the whole thing when you experience it. But amazing again. And then after Life is Strange 2 became Life is Strange True Colors. Now, for me, that was incredible. It probably... I did like Life is Strange 2, but if you're comparing anything, I think it was similar to Life is Strange 1, the original, in a sense that it was based on this girl that's discovered she's got powers and she doesn't know what's going on in her life, and her life is just turned upside down. Have you played Life is Strange True Colors?
No, I'm not going to start playing it until I've completed Life is Strange 2.
So he's a bit late. He was the earliest one for Life is Strange 1, and then I think I've just literally enjoyed it that much. I know I've gone, right, I'm going on to the other one and going on to the other, which it's not...
I know, well, at the time I was playing other games and I was like, I don't quit a game at mid-game. I've got to finish it before I move to something else.
So, in other words, guys, for the first time ever, I've actually stuck to a series and I've actually played them. I'm not 60% through Life is Strange anymore. But I will just quickly say something about Life is Strange, True Colors. It is amazing. It is amazing. All I'm going to say is it's amazing. You enjoy it. I thought the quality was upgraded to the first one, because the first...
Not listening. Don't spoil it.
I'm just saying that I thought the quality was probably... You could probably see there was an upgrade to the quality in the game. And I thought it was amazing. You've got to play it, mate, because I think that it's another fantastic storyline and formidable. But yeah, I recommend it to you guys. If you haven't played Life is Strange True Colors as well, you need to play that. But then I discovered a game on the Xbox. I think it's on Steam as well. I don't know whether it made the PlayStation, but it became free, this game. And it reminded me so much like Life is Strange. It was called Tell Me Why. Now, I don't know whether you've heard of that. Have you?
No.
So, basically, it was a similar style to what you see with Life is Strange. It was about a brother and a sister. And I think she discovered that she had powers or something like that. Things went a bit weird and they didn't know why it was happening and all that. But that reminded me of Life is Strange. I wonder if it was in the same universe of Life is Strange. Could have been. We never know. There's always a link to something, because when you look at God of War is linked into Phill. And then, obviously, God of War is also linked into the Vikings. Is it? Is that right? I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah.
They're both, like, in the gods. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Then we had... What was it? Was it the new Life is Strange, or was it the one before it?
No, I think after True Colors, the next one was the one where Max Caulfield does return.
Yeah. Right, okay. So, Life is Strange, I forgot what it was called. Can you remember what it was called? Where Max returned. I've always wanted Max to return, but she's returned, definitely, apparently.
Let's have a look. Because off the top of my head, I can't remember. It was in my head earlier, but...
Yeah, I know. We haven't bought that yet, have we?
No. I was looking at it because it was in the sale recently,
Was
but
it?
yeah. But with me not finishing number 2 and
But they're there to
True
collect
Colours,
it.
I was
They're there
like,
to have when you got it. You know,
yeah,
you're getting it
double
on cheap.
exposure.
Double Explorer, yeah, that's the one, guys. And do you know what? From after the first game, I've always thought, oh, I want to see Max again. Saying that, in the Before the Storm, if you were, we got the Deluxe edition of Before the Storm, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it did have an add-on where you actually played Max again for a short time. And it was when she was a little young child, if you remember. I don't know whether you did play that, didn't you? That add-on?
Sure I did, but I don't fully remember it, to be fair.
It was a one-off add-on episode, I think it was. It was quite a long episode, considering it was only a little add-on. But you got to play it then, which really, it's not her back. It's just her before she started school and all that. But in Double Explorer, is it? Sorry, Exposure. Exposure.
There we go. Yeah.
You get to see her again, and she's a lot older this time. I really want to play that game. I haven't got it yet. We're gonna get it soon, aren't we? I think.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's a must. But
yeah,
what incredible game, because I was like, Max is coming back. Max is back. But she has brought awkwardness and bad things with her, apparently, I believe, in this new one. But I want to talk about as well Lost Records. Now, I noticed that came out, and it was from the same universe. I think it was made by Square Enix. And that got a Life is Strange vibe to me. I've not played it, but I think PlayStation Plus category brought the first 2 episodes out, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Now, I don't know why they haven't brought the rest of the episodes, whether they're out yet, I don't know. Because we had to wait ages for all the episodes for Before the Storm came out.
So, Lost Records Blooming Rage is a 2-part game. So it is just 2 parts.
Oh,
apparently.
Okay, so it's 2 episodes.
Apparently
Now,
so.
I don't know whether that is linked into the new Life is Strange. Is it?
I have no idea. It is by Don't Nod, who were they did Steam Heads, the first, well, all the other Life is Strange games. So
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
yeah, so obviously art style wise, it is very, very similar. Whether it's actually linked or whether it does end up being parts of the same gaming universe, time will tell.
I'm going to have to play that now if it's only 2 episodes. I was waiting, you see. I thought...
Yeah, same.
When it came out, I thought, why are they only giving us 2 episodes? Aren't you giving us a full-on... But maybe these episodes are quite long.
Yeah.
I know there's a platinum for it. So, platform... It must be a very short game then. Or maybe they're just 2 long episodes. Who knows?
Yeah.
I do want to try that because it looks incredible. And then I think we're going to get the new Life is Strange because I want to play as Max again. I mean,
Yeah.
being Max again. It's going to be amazing. And I wonder if she goes back to Arcadia Bay. I wonder if she goes back.
Yeah.
I wonder if... I mean, the other thing is as well, now that she's come out of that universe, in a sense, you've either saved a best friend, Chloe, or you've saved the town. Now that there's a new game, what do you expect? Because there was 2 endings. So how does it start off? We don't know.
See, this was part of the problem, wasn't it, with when you said about they were going to release a sequel to Life is Strange, and then they came out with a prequel, which was Before the Storm, because we were like, at first, we were like, well, how are they going to do a sequel? Because it has 2 completely very different endings.
Yeah.
And, you know, the death of your town or the death of your best friend is gonna weigh heavily on you as a person. So there's going to be a lot of character development there that they're going to have to look into. How are they going to just pretend that neither of those things happened? And it was the idea that maybe they do like the first episode different for each one. So then you have 2 episode 1s, and then after that it kind of mellows out, and then maybe depending on which one you played, you get slight variations, or But I think again, I don't know because I've not played it, but I do think it has just kind of moved away from Arcadia Bay and everything that's happened there. But it's just interesting because you want to know, don't you?
Yeah, you want to know what happened, both stories, both endings. And talking about games that do that, become Troy Human. That was a game where you had to choose wisely. You played a game called Until Dawn. That is another game where you have to choose wisely, or there's a different ending. There's just
if I'm not mistaken, there was hundreds upon hundreds of different endings for that. I used to know exactly how many endings there were, but there are hundreds of different variations with Until Dawn. See, I absolutely love that game. I've not played the remastered version because I'm a cheapskate and I'm not willing to shell out as much as it is for what looks like basically the same game. Absolutely. And do you know what? There's people who've complained saying like it's basically almost exactly the same. Like there's just a little bit of the change from the Uncanny Valley kind of thing.
But
and I'm like,
because
say again.
It's enhanced with the PS5 now.
Yeah.
So the triggers.
But I mean,
you get a feel of the game. Feel. Apparently there was.
Oh, and I mean with a horror game, like.
I'm not quite sure, but I thought I heard that there was a bonus mission in there. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. I mean, with the original that I played, like, it's interesting because there's so many just generic horror tropes in there, and you're like, oh god, cabin in the woods. Oh no, the phone lines are out. Oh, there's a killer out there. It's very generic, and you're just kind of like, yeah, we've seen it all before, but then they still managed to do it in such a really cool and unique way, and then just you get so far into the game and you're like, I know exactly what's going to happen, and then like curveball, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
And so this was a bit of a thing that annoyed me when they were saying about doing a series, because I'm like,
hello there, have you heard about our partners, Terra Player? Terra Player is an internet radio station for gamers, so every time our episodes release, they will automatically go onto their website. So it's a fantastic little partnership, and we hope for more to come in the future. So yeah, that is our partnership, guys, and yeah, let's get back to the episode. So yeah, so you're talking about, the you hated it come a TV series and you wasn't sure whether it's going to be.
Yeah, so it annoys me a bit when they do adaptations from games to TV series and film. So obviously Until Dawn was done to a film, but a lot of the time they can completely miss out the element of the story of it.
Yeah.
And just completely ruin the whole point of it. Like with games, a lot of them, the story behind them is so detailed and so in depth that not only do you feel like you're watching the game, but you feel like you are this character, which is the whole point of, bridging the gap between reality and games. And then once they throw that into a film or a series, sometimes they're just like, this looks good, that might work, and it ruins it. And I do think that that's what they did with Until Dawn, to be fair. I do think they messed it up in the sense that they basically just made Groundhog Day into a horror film, which we've seen before with like Happy Death Day. It's the same premise,
Definitely.
So
and that's what we're talking about basically, because we've been talking about Life is Strange. It's about a decision making in the game. and it can be tricky at times, but we love them type of games. But it's become Troy Human. I never got the chance at the moment to proper play that, but I want to go back through it and make a good go at it. But do you know what? I absolutely love them games where you got to choose a choice, and some of them can be a really bad choice. What I liked about Life is Strange as well, it had a bit of romance in as well as a bit of sadness. And I'm pretty sure it was it Max and Chloe sitting on a train in one of the episodes? No, sorry, was it Rachel? It was Rachel and Chloe, wasn't it? I think. Yeah, it was before the storm. And what did you choose? Did you choose the kisser or?
Honestly, I don't remember with Before the Storm. I do remember that I did in the first Life is Strange. But it's interesting because you say that, you know, there was an element of romance in the game, but not if you didn't choose it. You could have literally chose to have zero element of romance in there. So
I wanted a bit.
This is part of the problem.
I wanted a bit of romance.
Why not?
Like, come on, guys.
Do you know what though? It's hard though because you know you're being played off against two people and you're like, oh, but this person's really nice, but this person's really nice. It's like
match them.
Sorry, you're gonna die, so I can go with this person. But I mean, yeah. So if you didn't want to, you could have just been like, oh yeah, I'm not interested. You know, and you didn't have to sully the idea of a perfect friendship with a relationship, or you didn't have to ruin a perfect relationship by just keeping it as a friendship. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, because a lot of the time, you know, they'll go, oh, fan service, like, especially with like TV series and films and stuff, they'll be like, yep, this is what the fans want. Fans want some things. They want some inappropriate stuff, like, and we, you know, it's the idea that you get the choice of what you want the game to be, and you get the option to go, well, yes, I do want, you know, Max to have a relationship with I can't even remember his name.
Was it that, you know, Nathan guy?
Yeah, was it Nathan?
Yeah, I think his name was Nathan, and then he became...
I can't remember.
Bad, didn't he? He was quite a bad person in the end, or was he? Or did he go missing?
No. I think you're mixing characters there.
But there was a bad person there as well.
There was, yeah.
I think his name was Nathan, though. I'm trying to think now. I think his name was Nathan.
It's killing me that because I did know it.
Long but... since we've played it, but Nathan just rings a bell for some reason.
Yeah,
I'll have to search that up again, but yeah, it's one of them.
I don't think it was. That might have been the bad guy's name, you know, the other kid, but
yeah.
Life is Strange.
But I think his name was, well, one of them was named Nathan. I'm pretty sure there was a lad called Nathan in the game.
Yeah. So Warren, it was Warren I was thinking of.
Yeah, Warren was the one that she wanted to get with originally, or he wanted to get with her.
Well, you don't know because it's what you decide.
Yeah, but the thing is,
he wanted to get with her. Sorry,
she became. She loved girls in the end, Max.
If that's what you choose, it depends.
The thing is, though, you don't know whether she would have went the same way still, would you?
And that's the whole point, that the developers haven't decided that this is who the character is. It's you. You're putting your own preference or your own choice into this character. So then this character is an extension of what you want to see in the game.
Yeah.
So... And I do think that's a genius thing, because then each game, well, the game is more unique towards you, sort of thing.
And I liked it because I thought to myself, I wouldn't have mattered as long as there was some romance. It wouldn't have mattered if she went off with Chloe or she went off with, what's his name again? I forgot.
Warren,
that's it.
Yeah.
it wouldn't have bothered me because I was like, do you know what? A bit of romance thrown in there with a bit of sadness, not bad. But
Yeah.
I did hate that teacher though, and then glad he got his own. You know. In
Do you know what? It's funny, like, because looking at him, he reminds me so much of of one of my university tutors.
Oh yeah.
But like in like how awesome and relatable he was, and how well he taught them without droning on, and I was like, that's really cool to see that, you know, they're not just interpreting it in like, oh, I'm a teacher, I'm going to bore you kind of thing. They're actually interpreting it into how real it can be as well. But then, yeah, with the kind of person he turned out to be, I was like, yeah, thank God that me tutor wasn't anything like that. That would have been weird.
But it's safe to say, though, Life is Strange is incredible. They're all incredible games. They've all got different, unique stories to themselves. They're magical. They feel like you're part of it. I definitely thought I was part of it. I had goosebumps every time I played it, especially the first one. I was like, first one, because there was that many moments that you found it hard to decide on a decision. It was like, oh, goosebumps here. If I choose this, what's going to happen? It was like, you know, say you met someone and someone turned around and said, well, I really like you. And then another person goes, oh, I really like you as well. It's a hard choice then, isn't it? Because who do you choose? Do you choose the one that you've always been friends with before, or will it wreck your friendship? Or do you go with the one that you've only knew for at least a year or two, but she really likes you as well? Or the opposite way around. So it was like that in Life is Strange. Basically, it was so much like that. And you know what, mate? I'm actually seeing Max and Chloe in my mind right now talking about it. I can actually see it's like a, you know, when you went to the movies, the films rolled on a tape recorder thing. I can see all the film lines going across my forehead, because it's a game. That's what we're trying to say, is it's a game that will always be up here once you play it. It's one of them games that just doesn't leave you, and it's incredible.
See, I mean, I'll be perfectly honest, I think this was honestly, if I'm remembering right, the first game that ever actually brought me to tears.
Yeah.
I think in my head, I think there is only 2 games that have brought me, and that's the first Life is Strange, and then Stray as well. The end did get me to well up a bit, but
I'm a bit disappointed about Stray though, because
what with them removing it before you completed it.
Yeah. I was like, what a game that is, and yeah, you remove it. It was the first one of the first games to come on the category as well. I was like, what the hell?
I know, I completed the PS4 bit. It was, yeah, I completed the PS4 version and the PS5 version, and I was like, I could happily play that again. And then you were like, oh, I'm playing it at the minute, I love it. And then like the next day you were like, it's gone. I went, what? And you went, they've removed it. And I went, what do you mean? And you were fuming. And it's still downloaded on my thing, and it's just got a little lock on it. Just waiting for the day that lock disappears.
Yeah, if they ever bring it back. A lot of people were annoyed as well. I wasn't just the one that was annoyed. They took so many games off there. Red Dead Redemption 2, for a sample, that came on the catalogue, and I think in about 3 weeks, I think it was off there again. So I couldn't carry on with it. So you know what I decided? I seen it on offer on the PC side, the Deluxe edition, and I thought, you know what? It's on offer, I'm going to get it. At least I know I've got it for life then. You know? But yeah, we're going to go on to a bit of news about Life is Strange now. And it's a big thing that we've been thinking of for years. Since the first game, we said, wouldn't it be nice to have a TV series of it? Now, before we do actually update people on the news about it, What was your point, and what would you like to see from a TV series of Life is Strange? What do you think they could offer?
Okay, so I mean, this is the thing. A lot of people want scene for scene a retelling of the game, and then other people are like, no, I want a unique reinterpretation of it. I want something completely different that still fits the same feel as the game. And in my opinion, I do think that I don't want it to be a scene for scene remake of the game, because it's like, well, I've already played it. You know what I mean? I don't need to see it again. I'd like to see their interpretation of it, but keep it close enough to the original source material so that it's not going off track. And they can do different things. So I mean, they can do like different ways that she can use her power. So obviously, don't add any weird things like, oh, you can now fly as well, because why not? Like, but yeah, if they're like, if they think of a way to use the power to then be able to access something, and it's like, oh god, they didn't do that in the game. You could have actually done that. That's genius. Like I mean, the whole thing with getting into the head's office, like, that was just genius. I loved that, where you've got to make something to break in, get in, set the alarm off, and then you rewind time, the door closes, and then you just unlock it from the other side. Like, the puzzle aspect of that was really cool. So I do think it'd be nice to see other variations of that. The only trouble I do have is that in my mind I have these exact views of who these characters are. So then when you've got actors portraying them, you're like, that's not what they look like. That's not how they sound like. That's not that person. And that is more of a personal hang up, and you do just have to get over it and just, well, no, this is another view of them. So I just hope that they don't stray too far from the material to be like, the character's just not anything like I don't know. I mean, like, they cast Max as a 55-year-old dude. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't need to go right off track for the sake of sensationalism. Just literally keep it as it was, so that we see what we saw in the game. That's my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, do you know what? That's a very, very good opinion as well. And do you know what? I actually thought to myself, you've watched the Fallout TV series that they brought out on Prime.
No, I haven't actually.
Wow.
I will do.
That was incredible. And what I liked about that is, it was obviously based on the game. They had bits that was from the game in there, but they also had a little bit extra, so they put their own side in it, and it worked. It was amazing. It was absolutely a fantastic series. I think there's 2 seasons now. That's how popular it was that you got an extra season. But you look at The Last of Us. Okay, that wasn't made by Prime. That was made by HBO Max, I think it was. It's also on Sky, so you can watch it on Sky. But I like that as well, because in the game it didn't show that all these zombies came from the ground the way it did. But they added that as a little extra, and I thought that's brilliant, that, because they've got parts of the game part in there that happened in the game, and they've got their own original side to it as well. And I just think if they do it with Life is Strange, I think it would be brilliant. If they don't focus too much on putting everything that's in the game, because I think it might mess it up a little bit. But there's so much they can do with Life is Strange TV series, because you think of it, you've got that many games as well. So it'll start off, obviously, first one with Max, and I'm pretty sure that I seen years ago, and I think I showed you, didn't I? I seen a picture of what could be Max in the TV series, because Prime have actually been talking about this for years. I think it was just after the first game, they sort of said, "Oh, would anyone be interested with the TV series?" and I think it's 10 years since we've been waiting for this, and they've actually given the green light to it now. It's in development, apparently, and I've just got a little thing here that basically says Life is Strange is finally getting the streaming TV show treatment a decade after it came out. A decade. Wow. It's amazing, that, isn't it? So Amazon has officially greenlight a Life is Strange TV series for Prime Video. Going on to is Life is Strange is officially getting screen adoptions on Amazon Prime Video, first reported by Validity or whatever that is. The show will retell the story. Retell? How amazing is that? That's what we want to hear. So it's going to retell the story, and that's going to be amazing. So the show will retell the story of the first game in the series, which was the original released in 2015, believe it or not, by Don't Nod. Don't Nod then. Let's Don't Nod. Oh, I nodded, sorry, damn. It said Don't Nod. It's too early for any casting announcements, but we know who will be writing and producing. Right. This is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
So leading the series is... Do you want to know?
Yeah, go on.
Charlie Covell, which was the writer of the game, wasn't she?
Wow, okay.
I think she was. I'm pretty sure that they said that they've signed her up to be, because the way she wrote the game. Wasn't it? Wasn't it?
I honestly don't know, mate.
I think something was said that there was something part of the game that's in with the writing, but it might tell us when I say the rest. So, who will be the writer, exclusive producer, and showrunner? You may already be familiar with Cavell's work. They also wrote Netflix Cars and the End of Fucking World. The Fucking World Netflix sponsorship. Not ours, but both of which are dripping dark in a dark comedy. So maybe I got it wrong. Maybe she wasn't part of Life is Strange, the games, but she is huge. She's wrote a Netflix series. In a statement to Reality, I think that's how you say your name. Covell described harming the Life is Strange show as a huge honour, saying, "I'm a massive fan of the game and I'm thrilled to be working with the incredible teams at Square Enix, Story Kitchen and Lucky Chap. I can't wait to share Max and Chloe's story with fellow players and new additions alike."
Right, okay, so this is something I do appreciate. If that is true, and they are big fans of the game, then I really do appreciate that, because they will do it justice.
Yeah.
For example, you've got so Henry Cavill, he is a massive nerd, let's be honest.
Yeah.
In a nice way. We're all nerds, and it's cool. But the fact that he is so into The Witcher 3, he loves The Witcher, everything about it, proper big fanboy for it. So then when he was cast as the character, he had so many questions about, right, am I portraying it like this, or this? And he had so many thoughts and things about it, and he really went into a deep dive of the character. And then again, same with Superman. He's like, right, okay, well, which version of Superman am I actually doing? And they were like, well, what do you mean? And he proper goes deep into that role. So if they've played all of the games and they're a big fan of it, then they're going to go, we know just how good this game is. We know just how big of a fan base it has. we don't want to annoy them and we don't want to upset them, so we're going to do it justice. And, you know, as I say, I do really appreciate that.
And so do I. And do you know what I like? What I've seen there? It said they're going to retell the story from the first one with Max and Chloe. Oh my God. If this is the case, it's going to be amazing.
See, it's interesting the words retell, because they didn't say remake. So if they said remake, then it's basically a shot-for-shot kind of thing. But a retelling of the story is the same basic structure, the same basic plan, with things changed here and there. So,
which I actually think works better.
Yeah, agreed.
Because it's a TV series. Now, it's one of them, isn't it? Because we played the game, we're like, how would they do a TV series? Because I know the game is, the graphics are not standard to be a TV series. It could be like, you could say it's more like an animated TV series itself, the game. But how do they go about a live action, you know, with real people in? I actually think they do really well, you know. And do you know what I like about it is that they've spoke about this for years, and just decades afterwards, it's only took them a decade, like, you know, to finally get over the line and being given the green light. But do you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do, because I really wanted to see a TV series. I wonder how they were gonna do it. Now, who's going to be playing Max? Who's going to be playing Chloe? I did show you pictures of who could be Max years ago, didn't I?
There was a lot of pictures floating around. There was a lot of pictures floating around at the time that we were playing the game of this person could be this character, this person could be this character, and it was both... it was actors, singers, you know, artists. There was loads of different ones, and it's definitely not going to be any of them, because obviously
they look too much.
It's been 10 years down the line, so
they look too much alike as well, didn't they?
Not so much now. I mean, it's been 10 years. You know, people change in 10 years, but I don't think they're going to go for like an exact look of the character, because when they do, it's funny if they do an exact look of the character, people then complain because, you know, oh, well, they don't sound like them, or, oh, well, it doesn't feel the same because, you know, it's not exactly the same. But then if they make the character look different, I mean, people complain no matter what. I mean, you know, like, there was a lot of other actors who could have played Ellie in Last of Us.
Last of Us, yeah.
Yeah. And I do think that Bella Ramsey has done a decent job. I do just think that she's gotten a lot of unnecessary flack for her role as the character. And I mean, if you were offered that job, you know, are you going to say no to it? I mean, it's a big payday. It's going to be hard to go, well, no, I'm not the right person for it. So
it's one of them, isn't it? It's hard to see.
People complain no matter what.
But do you know what? I actually think, I'm just getting up here, who do you think will beat Max in the TV series? Now, I'm getting images here. So Emma Mays, is it? Or Mayes? She wants to be played, she wants to play Max.
Yeah.
There's another person here. I'm just looking at some... okay, it doesn't show you much images. But, do you know who was, recommended? You know the girl that played Max in... her name was Max in Life is Strange. No, not Life is Strange. Sorry.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Possibly her as Max. Now, that to me, I could see her actually looking a bit like Max. People were saying, well, how can she look like Max? Because Max doesn't have ginger hair. Now, to me, it wouldn't really matter that, because they can change the hair colour for anything. But looking at her face, now I'm looking at her now. If you have a look yourself at her face, I can actually see a little bit of Max in it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Do you know what, like, I mean, it's interesting because when you say about Emma Myers, so she played Enid on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But just looking like she was in something called The Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Yeah.
And her character in that looks a lot like Max. So my assumption is people have probably seen that and gone, oh yeah, she could play Max.
Yeah.
Because of what they've seen there. I think she would play a good Max, to be fair, but I also wonder whether they'll go down a different route from what the fans say and recommend, because no matter what, the fans are going to complain. We always do, so...
Well, you look at God of War. Who's going to be playing in God of War? I think his name... Oh, yeah, there was talks about Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, yeah. There was talk about him, and I can actually see that because, I can see that him being, what's his name again?
Kratos, yeah.
Kratos. I can see him being that. So, but people were thinking, nah, not him. But I can actually see that. Now, looking at, the one that plays Max in Stranger Things. I think she could be a good Max in Life is Strange TV series. There is other people, obviously, that could be her. It's whether they want to go down the route as a young Max. Obviously, she was 17 when we started the game. She was just coming into her 18th birthday.
Yeah.
So they're going to have someone that looks around that age, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's one of them. Oh, do you know what? What about... Yeah, she's come up, but do you know what? That's not a bad shout as well. Millie Bobby Brown. Possibly. Or she could be a Rachel. Although, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
There's all different ones, and do you know what?
The thing is, I don't think there's much point in researching all these different people and speculating, because in the end, it's like, oh, well, I've decided that this actor would be the best for this part. And then when it's not, you feel even more disheartened that they've ignored it. And you think, well, why are you going against what everyone wants? And in the end, it might not even be that they might look close to the part, but the acting style is too far from what they actually want. And I mean, a lot of actors do end up getting typecast as well. So if the actor themselves don't really fit the bill and can't fit the bill, then would you rather have someone that looks like the character but acts nothing like them, or vice versa?
Yeah, that's the only thing about that, isn't it? But do you know what? Do you know what though? I've sussed it. I know who Max is going to be and who Chloe's going to be. I'm going to be Max. You're Chloe.
No.
Okay, I'm Chloe. You're Max.
No.
Hey,
I'm the dead whale on the beach, mate. That's what I am. I don't know where that came from.
Nah, he's going to be Max's love interest. Actually,
no, do you know what though? I am. I'm honestly gearing myself up for when it comes out, because I do think I'm going to really struggle with that scene where she makes a pass like that.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if I can talk about this on stream, to be fair, like on podcast, because there was a time when I was really ill to the point where I didn't know what quality of life I was going to have anymore. I didn't know if I was going to be able to walk again. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was terrified. And I just remember lying in a hospital bed for, honestly, I think it was only a few days, but it felt like weeks, just in a neck brace. Literally couldn't move, just staring straight up at the ceiling. And I thought, this is what it is. And I was shouting at certain people and it because I couldn't deal. So that scene in the game just really brought it all home to me. And I think a lot of people have struggled with mental health, and it's a very difficult thing. And obviously, if you are struggling, you do need to get help. It is worthwhile to go and get the support you need. But yeah, so again, witnessing that, it's going to be
hard.
Painful for a lot of people, including myself.
I thought it was painful myself because when I was a few months old, I wasn't meant to be here. Believe it or not. So, well, you know, but people that are listening,
personally,
literally, the doctor basically turned around and said, "Look, be prepared for the night because we don't think he's going to survive." And you know what? I came out of it, and I'm still here, 34 years of age. Well, 35 in a couple of weeks, and I'm still looking like an idiot anyway.
Acting like one too.
So this game, even though there's bad moments, and it makes us, especially that moment, and it brings us like really, really upset and all that. But I do think these games have helped as well. Just because you've had a story that's similar to your life, and whatever your life has been, you could say Max herself had mental health issues in that sense. You could also say Chloe did as well, because they didn't have a great childhood, if you remember, but and she must have had a really bad mental health when she discovered her 18th birthday. She just wanted a birthday, and she discovered she's got these powers that she can't control. And then they become worse, and every time they happen, and they get bigger, and nosebleeds all the time. So in that sense, she's probably going through a lot of mental health and big mental health there because, okay, you would think superpowers. Oh, amazing, isn't it? But these are not just superpowers, are they? These are powers that act on consequences as well. So, yeah. So it is close to us. And to anyone that hasn't played it, you need to play it because I think it will help you a little bit on that note. I do
100% agree. Yeah, definitely.
And you know what? I'm looking forward to it. They said it's in development now, the TV series. Absolutely amazing. When we first seen the news that Prime have actually been thinking of doing it, I was like, oh my God, please, could there be a movie? I reckon it works better with the TV series. Now, talking about TV series, games and all that, there's been a lot. We went to watch Assassin's Creed movie years ago, even though we haven't played the game. Well, I have not played it. I don't know whether you have.
Some of them.
I've not played it really, but
no.
Even though I didn't play it, we went to watch that movie. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was as bad as people thought it was. But what I think would have worked better with that is a TV series. I do think that worked better. And then, obviously, Uncharted 4, you think to yourself, how can they make a movie out of this? Because the graphics itself, it looks like a movie. It feels like a movie. It is a movie. But how did they go? Now, Tom Holland, for example.
See, well, I remember a few years before they actually decided they were going to make an Uncharted 4 film. And you sent me a video clip saying, mate, it's actually happening. They're filming it now. And I watched it, and it was a creation of Nathan Fillion. So he was playing Nathan Drake. And looking at the way he acts in most of his roles, and the way he looks, he has a very similar appearance to the character. I was like, oh my god, this is a genius idea. He would make the perfect Nathan Drake. And then I was sat there watching it, and I'm like, this isn't real. It's like a fan-made one.
Yeah,
and I went and did a bit of research into it.
Wasn't he? He was asked once,
Yeah.
would you do a fan-made movie just to see how you were? And do you know what? It was incredible the way they did it. 'Cause it was
Absolutely.
really good. It was about a half an hour clip as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a decent chunk, and it was really interesting, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I don't even know whether it was like a submission for something, or whether it was just a recreation or just for fun. But it was really, really well done. And you think, what could have been? But then, we got told we were getting Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, and it was like, oh well, he's a bit young. Is it going to be young Holland? Is it going to be young Drake, like in Uncharted 2?
Yeah.
3, 2?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Or is it going to be like, and then like Sully having Mark Wahlberg, like, is that going to be young Sully then? Because he doesn't look like old Sully. What are they going to do? Are they then going to do it like early on, like the second game, and then move it down the line and change actors? But surprisingly, it did work, even though there was a lot of complaints and pushback because of it. But
see, in my opinion, I don't think there should have been complaints, because people are only complaining because of Tom Holland was Nathan Drake. Now, to me, when we watched the movie, I actually thought he looked a little bit like Nathan Drake. He had looks of him. And he acted like him. You could see he was like him, proper like him. I did enjoy the movie, but I thought before they decided they're going to make a movie, I thought a TV series would have went better with a Uncharted series. I think that would have been better, because they could have had like spin-off series as well, which with a movie you can't really do a spin-off. We can, but it's not the same, you know what I mean? A prequel, whatever you want to call it.
Well, this is the interesting thing about it, because when they brought out the film, I was watching it and I'm like, well, that's in Uncharted 1, that's from Uncharted 2, that's from Uncharted 3, and then you part the parts, like that's an exact scene from Uncharted 4. Like, they mixed all 4 of those games into one film with that. So then it's like, oh, I bet you then they're going to do a sequel, but it'll be like their own original story. They'll take elements and, little clip snippets from the games, but they could actually start their own Uncharted series of films with their own entire storylines, which would be a really nice take as well, because you've got the first one, which is what we've already seen in the games, and then it's something entirely new, but still within that, universe sort of thing, which would be interesting. Still waiting. Don't know whether they will or not. I hope they will. I think they will, but only time will tell.
Yeah, and you know what? I've heard rumours. I think they are in development and doing it now and all that. But Uncharted 2 movie is in the works, I believe. Whether that's true, I don't know, but I think it would be, because it was a really good movie, to be fair. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it in the cinemas though. I was late, so I watched it at home, and I thought it was brilliant. But yeah, going back to games being TV series, and we got Life is Strange coming along. It's whether how long it takes them to make it is the waiting game. But if you remember, Netflix were going to make a Horizon Zero Dawn game. It's like movie based on the game, but then they chalked it off. I think they were halfway through doing it as well. I thought
there was still plans on doing it, wasn't there? Have they cancelled it entirely?
I think so, unless they turn around and said, well, I think they did. maybe someone else has taken over. Maybe I don't know.
Mm.
But I just when I heard that news, I thought, crikey, you're not even giving time to do it, to get it out. It's a TV series, which I think with the TV series, if it's gone a little bit bad, you can make it better. With a movie, you're only going to bring it out once, aren't you? And then maybe in a few years' time, there's going to be another one. With the TV series, you can bring out every year or every few months, couldn't you? If you got it all set and all that, which they did with The Last of Us. The Last of Us, I think season 1 came out before Christmas, and then I think it was a little bit later down the line, season 2 came out.
I thought season 2 was like a year or two.
What was it? A year to each other? It might
I think so. Let's have a look.
It might have been, but that's quicker than a movie because movies.
Yeah.
Although Avatar, for example, Avatar made it. They had the first movie years and years ago, didn't have a movie at all after that, and then they brought a movie out, and then a year after there was another one, wasn't he? So
yeah.
And I believe there's one coming out next year, isn't he?
There is, yeah. Fire and Ash or something like that.
I think it's called that.
So there was Avatar, then there was The Way of Water, and now I think it's Fire and Ash.
And they brought the game out, Avatar Fortuna, is it?
Battlefront, no, Frontiers.
Frontiers, yeah.
Something like that.
Frontiers, or something like that, yeah. Which they said it was a flop. Now, I started playing it because we've got it on PlayStation. I've only just started it, not a while back when I started it, but I thought the graphics were amazing. I thought they were fantastic. If you ever played the original Avatar game, it was actually based on the video game. Years ago, it was on the Wii. It was also on the PlayStation 3. And I'm pretty sure it was on the Xbox as well, wasn't it?
I don't know, but it was also on the DS as well, and it was terrible on the DS.
Yeah, PS3, I had it, and I didn't carry it on. I don't know why. I think it was just... I didn't feel like it... I felt it like it could have been better. Especially if it was based on the movie, the first one. It was good.
To be fair, at the time, though, game adaptations of films weren't the best quality. I mean, they've come a long way. Excluding the Jumanji game, that was just, not good.
Do you know what makes me laugh about that Jumanji game? Right, we bought it at high hopes, and we thought it was amazing. We went on it because obviously it was online play as well. And we couldn't even get to the next level because we were lagging that much because the server on there was absolutely awful.
And it glitched out. We were running in mid-air and couldn't move anywhere. It was ridiculous.
I know, I thought that. And do you know what?
And I never went back on it since.
I think it was about a year later or something like that. I see, there's a PS5 upgrade. Free upgrade to it. And I'm thinking, a game that's really, really bad is that an upgrade? So what are they going to offer? Okay, the triggers might work with it, but the graphic is going to be the same, aren't they? Or it might be slightly better, you never know. It might be 4K.
Well, instead of it glitching out and just running through air, you're running through clouds as well now.
And it was more like a board game as well, wasn't it, in that sense?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Hold on. Jumanji was originally a board game, but it was not.
It was, yeah.
It was not a board game like that.
No.
It was not like that. So yeah, that was a flop. So we're talking about games that have been flops. The movies are brilliant. I have to admit, the Jumanji movies are absolutely brilliant. The original was really good. We all loved the original because it started as a board game, and you went inside the board game, and you came out. Well, you didn't come out for ages. Let's just say that. But then you had The Rock, Jermaine Johnson. He then did his version of it, and it was only meant to be a one-off for a tribute to Robin Williams, wasn't it? And then they carried it on. But this one was where you played a computer game and you went inside the TV screen. Now I'm thinking, well, that's not the original way that Jumanji started. So I was like, how is this going to work? But you know what? It was really good.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart in it, and Jack Black. They're all funny in it.
Honestly, I think Jack Black played the best part in that because his character in the game was much more like his real life, how his real life character would have acted. Because then obviously, like, they were meant to interpret who they were as the kids outside of the game, and the others just kind of didn't feel as strongly as he did. But I mean, that's just Jack Black for you. He gets into a role and he 110% it every time.
Well, look at Mario, and he played Bowser.
Bowser. Yeah.
Bowser. Yeah, he was brilliant at him.
Yeah.
I still remember the song, by the way, what he sang. And
yeah, you don't have to sing it though.
Honestly, I did it on live, didn't I? Once, and it was like people.
Did you?
Yeah, because I used to be a sound alert when I was used to stream on Twitch. Now I don't stream on Twitch; I stream on TikTok.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's so many things, you know, that have been a success with movies, but movies becoming a game. Some of them have been a wipe off, like Jumanji has. But the Uncharted movie was good. It was good, and I like to see what they do next. There's other things. I mean, look at Spider-Man. The Spider-Man games have been phenomenal, in my opinion. Every single Spider-Man game that they've made, not the PlayStation 2 one. I remember playing the PlayStation 2 one, and I thought that was a bit...
Dude, I loved the PlayStation 2 Spider-Man games. There was loads of them.
Yeah, I did like them. It was the Amazing Spider-Man. Now, the Amazing Spider-Man, believe it or not, came out before the movie, and it was based on the movie. It was meant to be. I never played it, but I believe it was really, really bad. It was on the PS2, PS4. That game.
Was it? I thought it was PS3. That one.
No,
the Amazing Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man was on PS4. It might have been on the PS3 one stage, but yeah, they brought it for the PS4. The Amazing Spider-Man video game, I think it was called, or something like that. But you look at that, and I think that was a flop. That one. Life is Strange. You know, again. I just hope it's not a flop when it comes to TV series. Yeah. If it does become a flop, then it's going to be like the others. But there has been some good things out as well.
I think we just have to remember, like, if it takes longer, it means they're putting more effort into it, and it's, you know, they're working harder at it, so we've got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
See, I'm not bothered if they take longer, and the thing is, I think it will be... You're probably looking about 2 years at least if they're going to get it right. Maybe they can do it in a year because they can now. Once they get the casting in, then that's when they can start properly, you know.
See, I mean, if they haven't actually got storyline or anything yet, like, or storyboard, I mean, you know, you are looking over the 1.5 year mark, roughly. Probably 2 years. You are probably right with that, to be fair. And then they have got to do casting, obviously rehearsing, all that kind of jazz. So I do think we are going to be waiting a while for that. And the good thing is, though, is obviously they do get a lot of advertising when anything does happen. You know, whenever they've, you know, we've cast this person, or we're currently in film and process. Like, any little thing that gets accidentally released, you know, they then get free advertising by all the news sites and everything. They just report on it. So it's great advertising, and then hopefully brings more people into it, which then in turn leads to sequels further down the line.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And you know what? I am looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. I really am. I just hope it's what we want, and not a flop. But saying that, I've watched the Fallout TV series, and to me, it's not a flop. It's absolutely amazing. It reminds me of the game. Not that I played the game much, but what I've played, you can actually see it does represent the game. The other thing about, Life is Strange TV series, the biggest thing as well they've got to get right is the location. Now, I showed you a screenshot years ago. I think it was when we were playing the game, the first one, of a place that actually looks like Arcadia Bay. And I actually think, if I'm correct, I think there's a place called Arcadia Bay.
Probably is. I mean, there's a lot of places in America that do have that small town feel and look to it that would really simulate. It would link itself well to Life is Strange, and I do think that it's good that they've chosen such a kind of place, because they can go into quite a lot of small towns in America like that, and it would fit. But then they can even modify, adapt, and change little bits here and there to make it even more so. But unfortunately, I think we're just going to have to wait and see, and time is ticking on, so I do think we are probably going to have to leave it there as well, dude.
Yeah, no. We're gonna end. Well, we're gonna end it anyway, guys. But we're gonna end it with, what do you think? What do you think where is it going to be? What's the casting going to be? Who knows? But what we do have is a green light, and it is in development. So things are looking good for the Life is Strange TV series and all our fans. Just to end the show, anyone that's a James Bond fan, you can pre-order the new James Bond game right now. It is called James Bond. Sorry, it's not called James Bond. It's called 007 First Light. Now, that is coming out, I think, 26th of March. Now, if you pre-order it digital now, you will be able to get a digital deluxe upgrade for nothing. How about that? That's really good, isn't it? But yeah,
not bad. That's fair.
It's been amazing. We have gone over time, but Life is Strange has been one of them things that there's a lot to speak about. And if you haven't played the games, guys, play them, because I don't think the TV series is coming out anytime soon. There is a green light to it, but you need to play the games before we get the TV series, because it does represent. You'll be sorry if you watch the TV series when it comes out before you play the games, in my opinion. But yeah, thank you, Phill. It's been a brilliant chat. It's been amazing.
Absolutely.
I think we've covered everything to do with Life is Strange, haven't we, basically?
Literally, yeah.
We have. But thank you, guys. It's been amazing. From myself, James, and my co-host, Phill, we wish you a very good week. And we'll see you in the next episode, won't we?
Well, we won't see you, but you'll probably see us.
Yeah. At the time we're recording, yes, we won't see you, but you'll see us. Anyway, it's been a blast. For myself and my co-host, this is Teamworks. What works?
Teamworks.
A team that stays together.
Plays together.
Works together.
A team that works together stays together.
Well, do you know what? We had to make it at the end. We had to mix it around and put it the other way around. But a team that works together stays together. Anyway,
that's the one.
It's been a blast. Even though we made that saying up, we can't remember it sometimes. But there we go.
No.
We made it funnier. Anyway, thank you guys. It's been amazing. And we will see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.
This is my storm. I caused this. I caused all of this. I changed fate and destiny so much that I actually did alter the course of everything. And all I really created was just death and destruction. Fuck all of that, okay? You were given a power. You didn't ask for it. And you saved me, which had to happen. All of this did. Except for what happened to Rachel. But without your power, we wouldn't have found her. Okay, so you're not the goddamn Time Master, but you're Maxine Caulfield. And you're amazing. Max. This is the only way. I feel like I took the shot 1,000 years ago. You could use that photo to change everything right back to when you took that picture. All that would take is for me to... Fuck that! No way! You are my #1 priority now. You are all that matters to me. I know. You prove that over and over again. Even though I don't deserve it. I'm so selfish. Not like my mom.